This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and what I have for you today is the Cisa Model 28070 padlock. This is a really physically robust padlock. We have a 70mm hardened steel lock body, and it's capped off with a 14mm shackle, so really beefy in all dimensions. If we look at the bottom, we can see that the keyway is guarded by a very thick retainer plate, and then under that we have another piece of drill protection right on the front of the core. So about 8mm total of drill protection. And setting that core back into the padlock does create some issues for picking. It makes it a little bit harder to reach in and hit the pins. It also makes it a little bit harder to tension. However, Cisa did us a bit of a favor, because the piece of drill protection that's right on the face of the lock is actually pinned on. You can barely see the pins here and here. And that means that that piece of drill protection rotates with the core. So what we can do is actually put tension on that piece of drill protection. It makes picking this lock a lot easier. Finally, if we look really carefully, we can see the keyway for this lock, which is very paracentric and very, very difficult to navigate. So lots of challenges, both physically and pick-wise. So we're going to see what it takes to get into this guy. I'm going to use top of the keyway tension with a wiper insert. I guess I'm going to have to use my thumb. It's really the only easy way to tension this. And then I'll use the Southward Max deep hook. Okay, number 1 is binding, lifting him up. Feels standard, feels very, very high. Got a click out of him and a little bit of movement on the core. 2 is loose, 3 is loose, 4 is loose. I'm having trouble finding 5. Okay, got 5, a little bit of more movement on the core. 1 is still set. 2, little bit of counter rotation, got something out of him. We lost a bit of our false set, so let's check 1 and 5 again. And both of them, okay, I got another click out of 5, a little bit of movement back on that core. So 1 and 2 seem to be set. 3. Okay, got a little bit of movement out of him. Definitely dropped something in the process. Moving on. Something out of 4. And nothing on 5. Back to the beginning. Nothing on 1, 2. Okay, I hit 3 and we went into, we got a little bit of movement on the core. A little bit more out of 3. I think that's all we're getting from him for now. Moving on to 4, nothing there. And 5, a little bit of more movement on the core. Back to the beginning, nothing on 1, 2. 3 is, on 3 and 4, I've been having difficulty navigating this warding to get to the pins, and I'm not sure if I'm picking the pin or the warding. I think I just got something on 3. Nothing on 4. 5, back to our false set. Back to the beginning, 1. 2, counter rotation. Okay, got a click out of him. And lost our false set. Nothing on 3, 4, and 5 opened us up. Okay, so as you can see, this lock put up a lot of fight. This is not an easy core. Not so much the pins, I don't think, as much as that keyway. I definitely had a very difficult time navigating it. Okay, let's take this guy apart and I will show you what's inside. Looks like we have a large slotted screw. So let's take that out. Okay, I think I got that out. Let's get the pinning tray over here. There we go. Okay, let's get that core apart. I guess we can relock him now. And we will need a clip remover. Now the key and a follower, and we should be able to open this up. Okay, let's dump these key pins out. One appears to be a steel anti-drill pin. 2 has 1 serration in it. So does 3, 4, and nothing on 5. Now let's get these driver pins out. 1 is a steel anti-drill pin, standard. 2 is a spool. I think 3 and 4 felt like spools as well. I wasn't sure about 5 though. And 5 is a serrated pin. Okay, let me give you a close-up of all of this. Okay, on these key pins, number 1 is a steel anti-drill pin. Then we have serrated pins in slots 2, 3, and 4, and a standard key pin in slot 5. Moving up to the driver pins, we have a standard anti-drill pin in slot 1, then 3 spools in slots 2 through 4, and a serrated pin in slot 5. Moving over to the core, it looks like it's filed a bit on top. There's a bit of a flat there, which makes picking a little bit easier, at least it can, but it also makes the lock operate a lot more smoothly. And looking around, nothing else unusual. Now for this keyway, something you really do have to see to appreciate, and there you go. As you can see, that is what we were dealing with. Trying to pick around that warding was not easy at all. So that's all I have for you on this Cisa Model 28070 padlock. A really beefy padlock with a core that definitely puts up a fight. If you have any questions or comments about this lock, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.